IUIC is wrong on New Orleans. Here, what's going on, party people in the place to be? I go by the name the BK Apologist, transmitting all the way live. New York is the city, Brooklyn is the borough. What's good? What's popping? Happy Monday to everybody. Hope everybody's starting their work week fine and everybody's good. Of course, I gotta say what's up to the party people in the chat. We got Bodega Lady D New in the building. We got Nate 2D2. We got Pastor Sean in the building. And as always, people, if you have not yet already, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend that's him again. And if you like how it goes down at the BK Apologist, please show your love via PayPal, which the link is pinned at the top of the chat. And if you'd like to be a monthly supporter of BK, you can become a patron. We get an assortment of teaching resources that will better help you, hopefully, in your pursuit of deeper Bible study. So, and of course, we got Phil Fox, my main man, 50 grand. You know what I mean? So, this is going to be actually a very, very short video that I'm going to share with you guys. All right? Very short. So, please tell everybody to come in as quick as possible. All right? And the title is IUIC Wrong on New Orleans. What in the world am I talking about? Well, first and foremost, gotta give a special shout out to my man Pastor Troy, who is a minister out in New Orleans. Amazing man of God, great servant. I mean, he just really, like, behind the scenes, just does so much for so many people. And I definitely have the utmost respect and love for Pastor Troy. He's the one that put me onto this. There's this information, this meme that was going around, being shared by various Hebrew Israelites. And he actually was the one that showed me some discrepancies with this particular meme. And lo and behold, it seems like IUIC has grabbed a hold of this information and they made a post. So, hey, Mary, what's going on, Mary? Good to see you. Good to see you. So, again, much love to Pastor Troy. So here we go. So what is this particular post? Well, this is from IUIC Act of the Apostles 365, and it says, many of our people ignorantly fight against their own salvation because they do not research and know nothing outside of what their oppressors have taught them. Can you honestly examine yourself and see if you're guilty of that? Interesting, right? That we are ignorant because we do not do our research. We're going to see that, unfortunately, this is very true with this particular post from IUIC. Now, they show this book, Creole New Orleans Race and Americanization, edited by Arnold A. Hirsch and Joseph Logsdon. And this is one of the pages of the book, right? Louisiana State University, Creole New Orleans, right? Name of the book. And it references page 67. Quote, 16 slave trading ships arrived from the Senegal region. 6 ships come from Judah and landed at the mouth of the Mississippi. And in 1731, one ship from Judah landed 464 slaves at the mouth of the Mississippi. Okay? But when you look at the actual page 67, it says this. January 1731, 16 slave trading ships arrived in Louisiana from the Senegal region. There's already a discrepancy here, I think, because, let me go back. The 16 trading ships arrived from the Senegal region. But it says here 16 slave trading ships arrived in Louisiana from the Senegal region. Why they sent to Louisiana, I have no idea. But this is the actual page of the book. Okay. 6 ships come from Judah, Wida, a slave trading post off the Gulf of Benin near Dahomey, and from one Cabine, Angola during the same period. The slave trade from Senegal intensified after 1725. Between February 1726 and January 1731, 12 slave ships from Senegal. So I don't know if you caught that, but let's go back to what they showed in their post. Right? It says 6 ships come from Judah. Right? But then in the actual page, it says 6 ships come from Judah, Wida, a slave trading post on the Gulf of Benin near Dahomey. Why did they take that part out in their post? Well, think about it. Well, I'm not going to say they took it out, but why did the person who made this page take it out? Because if you're someone who is a Hebrew Israelite and you're sharing this to someone, and that someone knows that you're a Hebrew Israelite, and you show this quote, and it says 6 ships from Judah, what are you going to think they're talking about? Well, you're going to think about the actual biblical tribe of Judah. But the book here goes out of its way to make sure that you don't do that. It's Wida, a slave trading post on the Gulf of Benin. This is the actual page. Why take that part unless, of course, you want the person reading it to think that you're talking about the biblical tribe of Judah as opposed to this place that's by Benin. All right? In page 69, according to this meme, it says, it states that the Company of India had a trading post at Judah with all the nations of Europe. But when you actually look at page 69, it says elsewhere it sold private permits to engage in the slave trade. The English had taken Cabina, and the English and the Portuguese dominated the entire coast of Angola. The French had little hope of trading in Angola except with great difficulty. Although the Company of the Indies had a trading post at Judah, again, Gulf of Benin, there it competed with all the nations of Europe. All right, so let's look again. They said that it states that the Company of India had a trading post at Judah. But it says here, it says the Indies, right? The English had taken Cabina, the English, the Portuguese dominated the entire coast of Angola. Um, in Angola, except with great difficulty, although the Company of the Indies had a trading post in Judah. Not Israel, but the Gulf of Benin. Again, it's been doctored once again, right? So let's keep going. Now, this is supposed to be a page from the book, from the different places of Wida coming to New Orleans, year landed, number of slaves. And in the bottom it says the total of black Jews transported to Louisiana. Now, of course, guess what we're not going to see when we look at the actual page? Right? We do not see that total amount of black Jews. Right? It says origin and number of slaves brought to Louisiana from Africa. And again, look at Judah, again, with the parentheses, wider. Right? The author is going out of his way to make sure there is no confusion when he's talking about Judah. Okay? And if that wasn't bad enough, whoever tried to rewrite the page and doctor the page got the spelling wrong. Because in the meme page, right, it's Le Duc du Marie. But in the actual page, it's Le Duc du Maine. Maine, not Marie. Also, in the doctored page, they put La Diane, where in the actual page is La Diane. Okay? So, Again, to quickly recap, since not too much to share. The doctored page, 6 ships came from Judah, and that's all you see. The actual page, Judah is wider, a slave trading post in the Gulf of Benin. Uh, it states that the company of India had a trading post at Judah with all nations of Europe, but the actual page says that it was the company of the Indies had a trading post at Judah, which again is the Gulf of Benin. Here's this chart that alleges black Jews transported to Louisiana. No such part in the bottom is there, and we have spelling errors within the doc. So they didn't even doctor this correct. Also, look at the different fonts. So clearly, somebody was finagling and fudging numbers here, right? So it's not looking good here. But why would they do this, right? Well, in the psychological bulletin entitled "The Case for Motivated Reasoning," it says it is proposed that motivation may affect reasoning through reliance on a biased set of cognitive processes. That is, strategies for accessing, constructing, and evaluating beliefs. The motivation to be accurate enhances use of those beliefs and strategies that are considered most appropriate, whereas the motivation to arrive at a particular conclusions enhances use of those that are considered most likely to yield the desired conclusion. There is considerable evidence that people are more likely to arrive at conclusions that they want to arrive at, but their ability to do so is constrained by their ability to construct seemingly reasonable justifications of these conclusions. These ideas can account for a wide variety of research concerned with motivated reasoning. Right? Motivated reasoning, like if you're looking again, right, for accuracy and you want to go wherever the data takes you, then that particular motivation, right, it enhances the use of those beliefs and strategies that are considered most appropriate. But if the goal is, well, I have a point to prove and that's it, you narrow your resources, right? It's no longer an enhanced use of those ability belief strategies, right? It's a fallacy that is known as the sharpshooter fallacy, right? You start with the arrow or in the wall and you paint the bullseye around the arrow. And unfortunately for a lot of Hebrew Israelites, this is the case. Okay, to a point where they're sharing doctored pages of books. Now, I will say this. I do not know if IUIC are the ones that actually doctored these pages. Somebody did. Somebody's definitely lying. But I'm not going to say that IUIC are the ones that are lying here, even though they are sharing false information. Now, you see what I did there? You see what I did? I am not accusing IUIC of lying because I don't know if they doctored these pages. They could have been very sincere and based on their motivated reasoning when they saw it, it's like, oh, well, this benefits our point. Let's share it without vetting the information. All right. So those of you who are in IUIC, I hope you're hearing me clearly. I am not calling you liars. So please, when you comment on this video, don't call me a liar because you don't know me. You don't know my family. We've never sat down and broke bread. Okay. So you might think I'm wrong. That's fine. Misinformed. Great. But don't say I'm a liar because I don't know if you made this meme or not. You shared this information and it's wrong. You're definitely wrong. And hopefully, if you guys see that, you won't use this meme again. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Um, Again, one more time, just so you can see what I'm talking about. Page 67 allegedly says 6 ships come from Judah. The actual page shows us that Judah is actually Wida, a slave trading post in Benin. According to the meme, page 69 says India had a trading post at Judah with all the nations. Here, it's the Indies that had a trading post at Judah. There, it competed with all the nations of Europe. And we see this chart with the alleged bottom black Jews transported to Louisiana. When you look at the actual page, no such black Jew thing is there. And we find different fonts and misspellings. Right? So if you are a Hebrew Israelite sharing this, please stop. These pages have been doctored. All right? Don't use it. Now, does that mean that there are no blacks who have no Semitic ancestry because of this? No, it doesn't mean that. Right? Doesn't mean that no blacks throughout the diaspora have Semitic ancestry. I'm not saying that either. In fact, I don't. I actually believe that there are some who do have some Semitic ancestry. I believe that. I've never denied that. But what I am saying is this information is wrong because it's been doctored. And it's been doctored poorly. They didn't even use the same fonts. They didn't even really try hard to fool you. The fonts are different. There's misspellings. They omitted entire sentences because they want to convey certain points. The information used in this post is completely incorrect. That's the point. If you're trying to prove the point that, Israelites come from Africa, don't use this one. All right, don't use that. Now, I and many others in the UA believe that, yes, it could be possible that there are those who are Hebrew who migrated to Africa and through admixture, they could have been, Hebrews who are African. And some of those people could have made it to the Americas. That's possible. That's possible. Okay, but now if you're saying every African that came out those ships is a direct descendant of the 12 tribes of Israel, well, now I disagree. I disagree. But when you're proving your point, make sure you vet your sources. Because this was bad. This was really bad. Whoever made this meme did lie. They did lie. They had the book and they changed and omitted words and they did it poorly. Okay, I'm not saying IUIC made it, and I'm not saying they're lying. Somebody lied, though. Somebody did lie. So, yeah, that's it, guys. I just want to share that real quick. If you see someone sharing this meme, please share this video. And again, I am not calling IUIC liars. So do not comment on me saying I'm lying. You don't know me. I could be wrong. I could be misinformed. I could be dumb, ignorant. I'm not. Don't say I'm a liar. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm not saying you created and doctored these papers. I am not saying that. I don't know. I have no way of knowing. The only thing I do know is that you shared it and the information is wrong, and I showed why. That's it. That is it. All right, guys. So with that, I hope everybody has a great evening, and I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.